Hello, welcome. My name's Bob Rouse. I've been doing a blog for many years on our travels throughout the world. We've been really lucky in being able to do that. But it's the first attempt at doing a vlog. So bear with me if things go wrong, but I'm sure it will be fine. I'm 69 years old. I'm a retired firefighter who just loves travelling with me and my partner Jackie. We've been fortunate enough to travel to many locations in the world, but when you look at our travel map, the scratch-off map that we've got at home, to be fair, we've hardly been anywhere, but yeah, we have seen a lot of places from east right over to the west. This time we are travelling in India. We're here for 2 months. We've been in India for quite a few times, probably spent in total maybe 7-8 months in total. We've been fortunate enough to travel from down the south, very south, from Kerala, and the farthest north we've been is a place near Dharamshala called McLeod Ganges, where the Dalai Lama has his residence now, and also Darjeeling, which is on the other side, on the sort of Nepal border. Yeah, so we love India. We've been here, like I said, many times. So I just want to talk about our first 8 days we've had here. We arrived in Mumbai. We originally booked 4 nights. That's how we travel. We just book a flight and go. So we booked for 4 nights, like I said. We stayed in a very nice hotel called the Hotel Elphinstone in the area known as Fort. It was quite basic, very cheap, staff was fantastic. Yeah, we could have stayed there. We ended up staying 8 days in Mumbai. We would have liked to have continued our stay in Hotel Elphinstone, but unfortunately they had no accommodation for us, so we had to move on, and we stayed in not such a great hotel called the Adiva Residency in an area I'm not sure what it's called, but it wasn't a great deal around it, but it served its purpose for the remaining 4 days. So now I'd like to talk about what to see and do really in Mumbai. There's obviously the usual suspects. There's the gateway to India, which is, I'm just looking at my notes because my memory's at 69 years old is a little bit worse for wear, but it was completed in 1924, and it was built to commemorate the visit of King George V for his coronation of Emperor of India. Now I won't go on and talk about my feelings about all that. India should be India, England should be England rather, but anyway, that's for another time. So there's the gateway, which is the iconic picture that most people see when they Google the gateway. When you're down at the gateway, it's nice to have a look at the Taj Hotel. Unfortunately, this was one of the sites of the infamous terrorist attack a good few years ago, where many people lost their lives. But if you want, you can just go in, have a little wander around. No one approaches you, no one tells you you can't. Or you can do like we did and go in and have a nice cold, rather expensive beer and a very nice cocktail that my partner Jackie treated me to. And if you look on my YouTube channel, which I shall post on my blog, you'll be able to see that my amazing cocktail being made by one of the waiters. So we move on from the gateway. While you're there, not far to walk. It's quite easily walking around, getting around on foot. The only thing to remember in India, pavements are for all sorts of building work. People got their stalls on them, scooters parked on them. They're really not for pedestrians, which are clearly they were designed for. So it's unfortunately walking in the road, which is really the lesser two evils. So you've got to be dodging the traffic and the cars, but that's all part of the Indian experience. Yeah, it's chaotic, but we love it. So not too far away from the gateway is another place called Leopold's. Yeah, that's it, memory getting me again. Leopold's, which is a cafe that was, prior to the terrorist attack, a real tourist haunt. You know, there's sort of lots of history, lots of photographs in there, but it was a big hub for the tourists back in the day. But I'm reading up about it. Since the terrorist attack, a lot of Indians now use it to basically show their solidarity against these atrocities that happen throughout the world. Also, while you're down on by the gateway, for another day, you can't do all this in a day, but it's great to take the ferry to Elephanta Island, which are caves in the rock, temple caves. It takes about an hour on a boat to get there, and obviously an hour back. When you do get there, you'll find it's a big, long set of steep stairs, not stairs, rather steps, going up to the temples themselves. Along the way, you will see plenty of stalls selling their wares, places to get something to eat. Now, we was going to visit this time, but unfortunately, when we got there, we discovered that yes, the ferries were taking you to the island, but unfortunately bringing you back to another part of Mumbai called Navi Mumbai, which was quite a long way from our hotel. And this was all because of President Macron decided to visit on the day that we wanted to go to Elephanta Island. So he spoilt our fun. Thank you, President. Another great sight to see is this train station. Now, I'm going to pronounce this, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. I'm sure if anyone comments, they will correct me, but it's Chhatrapati Shiva Maharaja Terminus, which is the main railway station in India. It's otherwise known as Victoria Terminus. It's an absolutely magnificent building. It's just so lovely. And I would urge you to take a wander inside and just wander down one of the platforms and just literally look at the lengths of some of these trains. They just sort of seem to go forever, you know. And I can't remember the exact figures, but apparently more than 1 million people transverse through this station every morning on their way to work. It just seems incredible. You can't get your head around the fact 1 million people. But yeah, it's really worth a look. And as I say, go inside. It's as lovely inside as it is out. It was just another fact. It was completed in 1888, and it took 10 years to build. There are a good few museums in Mumbai to visit, which are very interesting. We only visited 2, and it sounds like the station name, but the last word is different. It's Chhatrapati Shiva Vastu Museum. There's lots of artifacts throughout Indians' history. It is really worth a visit. As usual, you will always pay more to get in than the locals, but yeah, I think it was 600 rupees, which maybe is around £5 or £6, but it's worth every penny. Yeah, that was good. And the other one we visited was the National Gallery of Modern Art. There was some real interesting stuff in there. Some of the work, artist work, really amazing. The last thing I want to talk about, well, maybe not the last thing if I think of something else, but another district to have a good wander round in this warren of streets is a place called Kala Ghoda, or Ghoda rather, spelt Kalaghoda. Now it's the art district. Unfortunately, just a few days before we arrived, they had an art festival, which would have been nice to see, but unfortunately we didn't get there in time. But it is really worth wandering the streets, looking in some of the art shops, and there's lots to do, restaurants, coffee shops there, and then we found a beautiful cake shop as well that welcomed us in with open arms, and we had a nice cold smoothie and a cake, and probably the reason they welcomed us in because it was similar prices to the UK. I think 2 cold drinks and a cake each was £13, which is, to be fair, you could eat out in India for 2 days for that, but it was nice all the same. The staff were lovely. What else can I tell you about Mumbai? It's a great city. You know, you can wander around. There is now a metro, an underground, which we didn't use, but from what people tell us, it's quite easy to get around. We was chatting to a guy in a hotel who seemed to use it all the time, but unfortunately we didn't. So maybe on our return at the end of the 2 months, when we go back to Mumbai to get our flight, we will give it a go. So that was in a nutshell our 8 days in Mumbai. I will mention a couple of places that we ate at. One near Fort called Cafe International. I think I've got that right. No, I haven't got that right. I've just been nodded by my better half.
Universal.
Cafe Universal. That right? Okay, I knew I'd get it wrong along the way. Cafe Universal. It's a really, you can get Indian food. It's an Italian restaurant, and what appears to be a lot of case in India, some of the restaurants, they do cater a lot Chinese food as well. But it's a real nice place. It's lovely inside, not very expensive. We ate there a couple of times, so that was worth a visit. And there is another one where we stayed at a second hotel, the Adiva Residency, where we're near a place called Nana Chowk, or Chowk. Funny enough, it's where on our very first visit to Mumbai, probably some 15 years ago, or 2010 I think it was, yeah, so 16 years ago, we stayed in a hotel right nearby, and we went into a little local eatery called Shetty's. The owner was really, really lovely. We had a lime soda, which is something to have, although since our first visit they don't seem to be the same, but lime soda is just fizzy water, squeeze of lime juice, and you can have it salty or sweet. We had that, one of those each, and we had a masala dosa, which is basically like a large, well, I don't really know how you explain it, but if you look it up, DOSA, and look for images, you'll see exactly what I mean. A masala dosa each, and that come to the princely sum of just over £4. So like I said, you know, from a cake and a cold drink to a meal, if you like, £9 difference. But anyway, Mumbai is a great city. It's very busy, it's very hectic, noisy, as you can imagine. But if you're flying into Mumbai, don't just sort of fly in and fly off, or what most people do. They arrive in Mumbai and they go straight down to Goa. Give it a couple of days, and I'm sure you'll like it. Well, hopefully that went okay, and it all recorded rather. And I'll see you on the next one. By the way, we are moving on from Mumbai, or we have moved on, and now we are in Jaipur. So look forward to giving you the next instalment of what's available in Jaipur. Thanks.